Springtime is here, and you know what that means.
Smushing booties.
Yes, that's exactly how I was going to finish my sentence.
No. It's time for the spring preview, and that means giving my viewers an opportunity to get introduced to this year's Author Awareness April interviewees. I'm your host, Garrett K. Jones, and this is...
Achoo! Bless you!
Yeah, my back! Start the intro! Start the intro! Welcome back to the Right Way Spring Preview. We're going to be looking at the month of April and how it's going to be going to unfold and lead us into the tail end of Season 7. Now, I always look forward to this episode, aside from the sneezing and back pulling, because it gives me an opportunity to provide info on several episodes in a row without really having to worry too much about the mystery. It's also the time of year where I can just kind of kick back and not do nearly as much as I normally do for the full-length episodes. There's a lot less to edit. But since this episode is essentially one big set of announcements, let's just kick it off in order of what is going to be happening. Next Saturday, April 5th, is the start of the interview marathon. We first get introduced to Lindsay S. Keeling, a writer of dark romantic thrillers from Oklahoma. That same afternoon from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m., I'll be doing an author book signing at the Barnes & Noble in Visalia, California. Now, if you're local to the area, that's Kings County, Tulare County, or even Fresno County, come on over to Barnes & Noble on Mooney Boulevard and get your hands on signed copies of The Heirs of Menenias and my newest book, Midnight Playground, an anthology of original short stories that released in mid-February. Here is the book trailer for Midnight Playground. Stories and the art of telling them take different forms. Some stories are brief, lasting less than a page, while others take more than a simple breath to tell. And if telling a story is breathing out, then reading one is breathing in. Some breaths make us laugh, others inspire love or intrigue, while still others cause us to gasp with fear. From romance to comedy to action to horror, fantasy novelist Garrett K. Jones offers readers a collection of short stories meant to excite and fascinate with equal measure as he invites you into the midnight playground where creativity and storytelling flourish. So the following week, April 12th, we'll see a conversation with Idaho-based sci-fi fantasy author Danielle Harrington. She has a fantastic series of YA dystopian novels. Danielle will be followed by another creative woman, Days Evander, also a sci-fi fantasy author who hails from California. My interview with Days drops on April 19th. Again, if you're local to the Kings County area, I will be back at the Hanford branch of the Kings County Library for a new writing workshop. This new April workshop will feature tips and tricks for writing thrillers and how to build that air of suspense. The workshop is free and it starts at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Now, if you aren't able to be there in person, don't worry. I'll have a live stream going right here on YouTube. Then we wrap up the marathon on April 26th with a conversation with fantasy author Paul D. Smith, who was featured earlier this season as a guest host for both the February Top 10s and Creator's Corner segments. He's got a great 5-book series called Jason and the Draconauts, and I'm eager for you to get reintroduced to Paul yet again. Each of these interviews air at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time on their respective dates. But if you want to get a jump start on these conversations, you can get access to the uncut, unedited versions of all 4 of them right now on Patreon for as little as $1 a month. And that takes us right up to the month of May. That first Saturday, May 3rd, is a recognition of Free Comic Book Day. I'll be down at DJ's Collectibles in downtown Hanford to help celebrate and sell copies of my books. The following week, May 10th, will be the full May episode featuring new content from Danielle Harrington, who will be providing new writing tips for Creators Corner, and a new set of book recommendations from my War of the Stars co-host, Brian Darth Carosis Karasik. I will also have another new interview lined up with a pair of sisters who create a really awesome manga-style graphic novel. The following week, May 17th, is my next writing workshop at the Hanford Library. I'm still working on the topic, so I can't provide it just yet, but don't worry, it'll be available before April comes to an end. Hey, thanks for watching. Make sure to give this video a like and make sure to click subscribe and click the bell notifications when new content becomes available on the channel. As mentioned, you can support the channel through one of 3 support tiers on Patreon, leaving a donation on Cash App, or picking up merch from my store on Teespring. Be sure to tune in next week for the start of Author Awareness April with my first interview featuring Lindsay S. Keeling. See you then.